and some important decisions were taken in this meeting. So if you are involved in GST compliances, then the summary and changes implemented are important for you. Hello everyone, I am Nikita Singhal from Webtel. In this video, I am going to tell you about certain amendments in the GST rules which were proposed and discussed in the 48th GST Council meeting. Notification number 26/2022 Central Tax dated 26 December 2022 has been issued for the same. Today we are discussing about Rule 37A, Rule 88C and Rule 109C which are recently introduced. So stay tuned with us, and before starting this video, I request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel Webtel Electrosoft to get regular compliance updates. So let's start. Talking about Rule 37A, which is newly inserted and dealing with reversal of ITC in case of non-payment of tax by the supplier and its re-availment thereof. So you must be knowing that one of the conditions for availment of input tax credit is that the tax on relevant supplies has been actually paid to the government, and if the same has not been paid by the supplier, then the recipient is required to reverse the credit availed. Now Rule 37A is inserted in the CGST rules, providing that where ITC is availed in GSTR-3B by recipient and the details of the same is furnished by the supplier in his GSTR-1, but the same is not furnished by him in his GSTR-3B, meaning thereby the supplier has furnished information in GSTR-1, that's why it is coming in recipient's GSTR-2A, 2B, and then that's why he is taking the credit in his GSTR-3B. But the supplier has not furnished his GSTR-3B, that is, he has not paid the tax. For the same GSTR-3B for the same tax period is not furnished till 30th September of next financial year, then ITC is required to be reversed by the recipient in his form 3B till 30th November next financial year. And if not, that is if he is not reversing the amount, then the same is to be paid along with interest under section 50 of the CGST Act. ITC reversed can be re-availed by the recipient in his GSTR-3B on payment by the supplier. Moving to next rule, which is Rule 88C, which is also newly inserted under the CGST rules for providing the manner of dealing with difference in liability reported in GSTR-1 and GSTR-3B. Now Rule 88C and Form GST-DR-01B is inserted in the CGST rules for issuing intimation to the taxpayer for the difference between liability reported in GSTR-1 and GSTR-3B where such difference exceeds a specified amount or percentage. Meaning thereby, if anybody has reported some liability in GSTR-1 and GSTR-3B but they are not matching, and if the difference between both is exceeding a specified amount or percentage, then for that Rule 88C is inserted. Then the registered person is required to pay differential tax liability in Form GST DRC-03 along with interest. Now, the intimation will be given in Part A of Form GST DRC-01B, which is a newly inserted form, and after like making the payment and making the liability set off, then the person is required to furnish such details in Part B of Form GST DRC-01B. And if the registered person thinks that he is not required to pay the differential tax amount, then he has to explain the difference in tax payable on GST portal within 7 days. In case the amount specified in the intimation is not paid within 7 days and no explanation or reason or maybe unacceptable reason is furnished by the registered person, then the said amount will be recovered according to section 79 of the CGST Act, which is recovery of tax. Now Rule 109C is also newly inserted to provide facility to withdraw appeal application up to a certain specified stage. Currently, there is no option under the GST law to withdraw an appeal application. Thus, a new rule is inserted, which is Rule 109C,
and which is inserted to provide that the appellant may withdraw an appeal filed in Form GST APL-01 or Form GST APL-03 through withdrawal application form, which is GST APL-01/03W, at any time which is earlier of the following dates, which is issuance of show cause notice under section 107 subsection 11 of the CGST Act, or issuance of order under section 107 subsection 11 of the CGST Act. So earlier of the two will be considered. Now, if final acknowledgement in Form GST APL-02 is issued, then the withdrawal application would be subject to approval of appellate authority. Other than these, certain other changes are also made, like no GST is now required to be paid where residential dwelling is used by a registered person in his personal capacity and on his own account. Other one is filing of GST return statements is restricted to maximum period of 3 years, etc. So all these changes we will be discussing in our upcoming videos.
I hope you have understood that new rules are very important for our GST compliances. Some more changes and updates are also there which we have not covered in this video and will be coming in our upcoming videos. Share this video with your friends and colleagues, and for better understanding, I am also sharing the link of the notification. If you found this video helpful, then visit the link mentioned in the description below and let us know in the comment section. Also, you can comment if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next Tuesday, we will come up with another interesting video to improve compliance for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance journey.